You ready? I'd like to call to order the Special Utility District meeting in Chambers on Wednesday, October 9th at 5:36 PM. We don't have a clerk here, so I think we just have, do we have to do a roll call?
Yes, we do need to do a roll call.
Well, we'll call for a roll call. We'll ask the attorney to call for a roll call.
Madam Pro Tem Julia Botel,
Here.
Councilperson Lawson,
Here.
Councilperson Lanier. Here. City Manager Jonathan Evans.
Present.
City Attorney Dawn Nguyen is present.
We'll have an invocation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by Board Member Lanier. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Do we have any disclosures by the board? Hearing none. Could we have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Madam Chair, prior to calling the roll call vote, we need to acknowledge that Councilperson McCoy is on the dais.
Thank you.
And also, I need to advise that there was a revision to the contract for the interlocal agreement with Palm Beach County. On page 3 of 9, under section 6, entitled Insurance, what was published in that section as it relates to the contractor's insurance, it indicated basically $2, and it was changed to $2 million. So I want the record to reflect that. The contract itself has been revised. The county has been notified that that revision was made because that was a contract we did receive from Palm Beach County.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Board Member Lawson?
Yes.
Board Member Lanier? Yes. Board Member McCoy?
Yes.
Chair Botel?
Yes.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. Any person who would like to speak on the agenda, do we have to, we approve the agenda now? I have to read the, yes.
Madam Chair, that was the motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Thank
We're
you.
now on to the regular agenda as there is no consent agenda.
Thank you. Any person who would like to speak on an agenda item, please fill out a public comment card located on the table directly outside the City Council chambers and give it to the staff prior to the item being taken up by Board of Directors for discussion. Members of the public will be given 3 minutes to speak on each regular agenda item. In no event will anyone be allowed to submit a comment card and speak on an agenda item after the resolution is read or items considered. Public comments shall begin at 7:30 unless there is no further business of the Board of Directors, which in that event it shall begin sooner. In addition, if an item is being considered at 7:30, then comments from the public shall begin immediately after the item has been concluded. Any person who would like to speak during public comments, please fill out a public comment card located on the table directly outside the council chambers and give it to staff before public comment section is announced.
Item number 1, a resolution of the Board of Directors of the City of Riviera Beach, Utility Special District, Palm Beach County, Florida, authorizing the chairperson and district clerk to execute the interlocal agreement between Palm Beach County and the City of Riviera Beach, Utility Special District, regarding open cuts under county thoroughfares and non-thoroughfare roads, and providing an effective date. Madam Chair, we do not have any public comment cards on this item. The acceptance of public comment cards on this item is now closed.
Thank you. Can we have a motion?
So moved.
A second. Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I can have Mr. John Armstrong, Interim Assistant Director of the Utility District, to present this item.
Good evening, Madam Chair Pro Tem, board members, city manager. This item is for a resolution to enter into an interlocal agreement with Palm Beach County. This may be sound familiar to you because you already approved this last month, but since then, the county revised their right-of-way permitting ordinance, so this revised agreement reflects that ordinance in the agreement. And it's basically, if we do utility work in county roads, thoroughfare roads and non-thoroughfare roads, and do it open cuts, the pavement, we're required to repair it to their standards. And so this agreement says if we repair it to their standards, they're gonna waive the requirement to us to come up with a bond. So that's basically what it is. So it's advantageous to the city, and so based on that, I recommend the board approve the resolution to enter an agreement with the Palm Beach County.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or discussion from the board? Thank you. Proceed with the vote.
Board Member Lawson?
Yes.
Board Member Lanier? Yes. Board Member McCoy?
Yes.
Chair Botel?
Yes.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you.
Item number 2, a resolution of the Board of Directors of the City of Riviera Beach Utility Special District, Palm Beach County, Florida, authorizing the board to provide notice to the town of Mangonia Park of its intention not to renew the agreement between the district and the town for provision of wastewater service and provide an effective date. Madam Chair, we do not have any public comment cards on this item. The acceptance of public comment cards on this item is now closed.
Thank you. Can we have a motion?
Motion, so move.
Second.
Thank you. Questions or staff?
Madam Chair and members of the board, if I can have the district attorney, Ms. Dawn Nguyen, present this item.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Madam Chair, members of the board, in October of 2005, the board entered into an agreement to provide wastewater transmission treatment and disposal utility service to the town of Mangonia Park. That agreement is set to expire on October 19th of 2020. There's a provision in the agreement that calls for an automatic 15-year renewal if we do not provide notice of our intent not to renew to the town within 12 months prior to the expiration. That 12 months expires this month, and therefore on October 1st, 2019, the city manager provided notice to the town of the district's intent not to renew the agreement, and we are asking the board to ratify the manager's notice to the town.
Thank you. Comments or questions from the board? None. Call the vote, please.
Board Member Lawson?
Yes.
Board Member Lanier?
Yes.
Board Member McCoy?
Yes.
Chair Botel?
Yes.
Unanimous vote.
Do we have any comments from the public?
Madam Chair, we do not have any public comment cards at this time.
Okay.
The acceptance of public comment cards is now closed.
Do we have anything from the executive director?
We do have, I believe, just a comment from the executive director, and then I have a short comment as well.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. For the record, Madam Chair, members of the board, my name is Deirdre Jacobs, and I just wanted to apprise you of the possibility that Utility Special District may be applying for grant opportunities within the next few weeks. There's one in particular that we may be applying for that'll be due on the 31st of October. So I just wanted to make you aware of it. In the event that we receive the award, and it is an award through the state of Florida, we'll let you know. So at that point in time, you'll receive more information.
Thank you.
And Madam Chair and members of the board, procedurally in the past, we've gone out and applied for those grants without informing the board. So in the abundance of caution, we wanted to make sure that the board was okay with us pursuing that opportunity, and then ultimately, if we're successful, accepting the funds. The other component that was discussed earlier today is the providing notice to Mangonia Park. As it stands right now, the city of Mangonia, or the town of Mangonia Park, owes the city of Riviera Beach $485,000 for utility services that have been rendered. We have communicated to them our concern with respect to the ongoing balance and the late fees that are associated with non-payment. The other side of it is, because the funds for that agreement is contemplated in your budget, by us not receiving that, the residents of Riviera Beach are subsidizing another community, whereby that community is accepting payment from their users for the provision of utility services. And so we have provided them notice that we want to cure the outstanding balance, and we do want to negotiate the terms and conditions of a new agreement, as the existing agreement is not an agreement that has a lot of the city's best interests at heart. And so that's why we appreciate the board allowing for us to provide notice and move forward accordingly. Legal is working on the resolution of the $485,000 and has talked with the town's attorney, but we're still taking steps to cure that. Once that is resolved or comes to a point where, if there is a point where the board needs to take any action, we will bring that forward. So I did want to update the board on those two items.
Thank you, Mr. Evans.
Just a little bit of clarification, Mr. Evans. Prior to the start of this meeting, I spoke with the finance director, Mr. Sherman, who advised me that that amount is now at $530,000.
All the more reason. Thank you. Any discussion by members of the board? That being said, this meeting is adjourned.